This race started about 13 minutes after I got home, so I have no warm-up, but I am wearing pants and I'm clipped in, so I'm happy to be here and I'm ready to go. This is part of the Herd Winter Racing Series, and we're in New York for No Sleep Till Brooklyn. It's a pretty flat course with just rollers over the bridges and in and out of the subways. So those bridges are about 2 to 4%, they're long drags, and the subways are steep, that's 19%, but you have the escalators pushing you up those. We've got a lot of ATP folks in this race, and it is a mass start, so all the categories are together. Definitely a fun one, and I felt like I was playing with house money. I didn't think I'd make this race, so whatever happens, happens. I'm just happy to be here. We get some action up this first climb, and you can see the group's already strung out as the A's and those fast B's with their fancy high FTPs try and push off the front and leave everyone in their dust. This is a course well suited to us though, so I'm a heavier guy, and this is a pretty drafty course. You know, you're able to sit in the wheels. It's up and down, but as long as you're able to sit and push, you're sitting pretty much. So you can see it drags out a lot over these climbs, and then it accordions back a little bit on the descents. At some point, that elastic's going to break, but it's not on this climb. You can see we're able to all come back together and live to fight another day. Now the second climb is going to come right after the subway, so we're going to push it up this little escalator. My plan for the escalators is just push from the back of the group as we're getting there and, you know, try and spread out the effort. I'd rather not have to hit 7 watts per kilo to get over it in the front group. I'd rather, you know, like do a little bit of a longer effort at 5 watts per kilo. But anyway, we're all together. We're coming up on that second climb, and this is where some real selections are going to get made. I've got the feather power up, so sitting pretty there, but people are really going to push it. And this is where the FTPs really come into play. Those faster riders, they can just keep that high effort up, and at some point, I'm not going to have the legs. You can see I'm immediately kind of in the back here, but I'm pushing. I'm using my feather where I need to, which is pretty early in the climb, but that's totally fine. Spike up to 7 watts per kilo, trying to hold around 5.5 or 6, and yeah, it's all just going to fall apart right here. You can see that other group gets away. I push for a second up here, but nope, don't have it. And we're going to cross over the top of the climb with these 3 other riders. Now you'll remember on the first climb, we were able to catch the group on the descent, and that's what my teammate's thinking here when he pushes. I'm not able to go with it, but hey, if they were able to catch that front group, that would be awesome. They realize pretty quickly they're not going to catch that front group, and they both kind of sit up a bit. I'm going to get passed by this rider right here and stick in his wheel, and I'm like, great, let him bring me across. We get down about 2 seconds to my teammate, and right here I should sprint, but instead I sit up in his wheel. I'm thinking, hey, let me sit in this guy's wheel, let him bring me across. I don't want to chase and bring him across to my teammate. That is a strategic excuse for tired legs. When you're tired, your mind's going to find any reason to not do the hard thing. The hard thing right here is making that sprint across, and that's what I should have done, because immediately we're already out to 10 seconds. We're never going to catch them, and it could have been a better situation with 2 of us in a group of 4, even if this guy comes with, rather than 2 1v1s. So as it is, we got 2 1v1s, and this is going to start at 10 kilometers of kind of a mental nightmare. I've got a teammate behind about 25 seconds back. I've got a teammate ahead, so I don't want to do any work in this group. And the guy I'm with knows that, and so we're going to cat and mouse this whole time. It's a lot of steering to get the other person out of your draft, a lot of slowing down to, you know, do 1 watt per kilo and then sprinting ahead or sprinting out of the draft. So it's going to be a pretty miserable 9 kilometers in. Also, props to this guy. He was playing it exactly how he should, and I was being super annoying. I'm just in the wheel. I'm never trying to take a pole, and yeah, that's got to be taxing. So we're going to play this cat and mouse game till the final climb, but all said and done, it's just going to come down to that. So let's skip ahead. Now my strategy here is just to leave it as late as I can and take the sprint. So I'm in the wheels. I'm just going to sit, and if we get to like 300 meters, I'll sprint. If we got to go longer, I'm willing to do it, but I don't want to. I think I'm going to rely on my power here. That's the plan. I've got the featherweight power up so I can go a little bit earlier than I might otherwise in the sprint, but just sitting in the wheels, and I think the other rider's kind of happy to do that as well. Again, we're running that thing where it's kind of nerve-wracking to slow down too much because the other person might go, but you also don't want to be the person in front. So really a lot of mental games kind of feathering the power here and there. He's going to drop his feather power up with about 500 meters to go. I'll follow suit, and we'll pick it up a little bit and another little like fake attack before we hit the real sprint. I'm going to go with about 300 meters, and it's all out. We're at the finish here, and there I go. Now, with the featherweight power up, my numbers are looking really pretty, and he stops the sprint after a couple seconds, just knows he's not going to have it. That's it, and we're done. So all that mental games, all that BS, all just for like a 2-second, 3-second sprint. But here we are, we're done. Huge props to him. Did a great job, and also just sorry for being such a pain in this race. But good race, 11th. I'm happy with it, and we'll see you at the next one.